think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
The funeral scene was cut from the Hong Kong version as well. Again, as little mention of the sister, of Anna, of the Jennifer Simmons character here, or the character of Jennifer Simmons. So, they really didn't see the quality or think that this was quality the Hong Kong audience or Asian audience could appreciate. But I really, Donna Jason, I think, she delivers as a natural delivery in terms of her dialogue and all of that. And not all actors throughout the movie actually achieve that level even, which is still good fun. But I think her and Emily Davachak playing Anna is the standouts in the movie.
Yeah.
Definitely. So it's a shame to lose all of that. An actual earlier cut was also another kind of interrogation with John Miller here and Cynthia Rothrock, and after that there's a scene where she explains all of that to her friends, exactly what happened in that scene. So Hong Kong version thought, it's a dual scene, let's cut the first scene and keep the meaning of what happened in the plot via her explaining what she talked with Nick DeMarco about. So not a bad cut. And why not include Eagle's Claw in this wild movie? And
your Eagle Claw, Ken.
I like it. I'm more fan of it more than ever thanks to this movie. Such good fun. But we'll talk a little bit about Nick DeMarco himself, played by John Miller. And again, Mike Fury interviewed him, and the actor provided a lot of valuable material. Very, open. The actor's open to talk about this. He, to the left here, sitting next to Cynthia. By the way, we'll get back to the start of that. The various scenes here, there are two, I think, of them going to the different houses to check for Eagle's Claw practitioners that might, that might help narrow down who the killer is and all of that. So this was removed from the Hong Kong version. Also, Nick DeMarco's partner goes to a house where he finds the person that is possibly sitting in a wheelchair. So that was also removed from the Hong Kong version. John Miller grew up in Maryland, where the mentioned Grandmaster Tai Yim, the executive producer, was based out of. And he was not blessed with having kung fu schools around him, so he had to settle initially for learning from books and magazines. But he said he was a determined kid and a young adult, and he quoted his mom as an inspiration. And it was through visiting various competitions that Miller got to witness Grandmaster Tai Yim's students, and decided to want to study under Tai Yim in the Southern Shaolin Hung Foot style, described as a blend of hard and soft that creates a uniquely balanced style that incorporates linear, circular, and a blend of hard and soft that let's do that again. A blend of hard and soft that creates a uniquely balanced style that incorporates linear, circular, and angular techniques, resulting in movements that are powerful and explosive, yet precise and flowing, and without rigidity, I think. And thankfully, Tai Yim's school was only a few miles from his own gym, so it was kind of destined to be, as he said. And the devotion paid off, as in 2006, after nearly 25 years of training, Miller was named a 9th-generation master of the Hung Foot system, along with 6 of his senior classmates, and they were the first Americans to be given this honorable status. So good on him during his fight scene here. Also drew inspiration from Bruce Lee, looked at the Kung Fu TV series that we mentioned as a good philosophy and all of that, but Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung, was obviously inspiring to watch. And he progressed after winning the Weapons Grand Champions title at the North American Chinese Martial Arts Federation national tournaments held in Baltimore, and that resulted in him. He got to act in a few dialogue and fight scenes that were to be shown to investors in Hong Kong, and that was the prep for Honor and Glory. He actually played a redneck sheriff in the test footage, if you will, but he eventually got cast as the villain, Jason Slade, who wanted his hands on a deadly device for global domination purposes. Here's a fantastic line, by the way. You have the right to remain silent. So what is it? You have the right to remain silent. So do me a favor and shut up.
Shut up.
And it's not as good as in the Hong Kong version because the subtitle reads "Freeze or I'll beat you."
Oh.
So what a shame. So Undefeatable wins again. You know what I mean? So honoring. What's that?
Just saw some more pecked out eyes there.
Yeah. It never forgets that it's
Yeah.
that it's a graphic movie as well, and I love it for it. That it's it mixes it all up. Before we continue on, John, let's mention Gerald Klein playing Mike here, his partner. He was also in Honor and Glory, by the way, and basically that's his only credits. But I like the energy he has about him. You know, he looks dopey. It's a kind of a dopey role, a dead role rather. But you know, he makes sure to stand out during the few moments when he enters.
That was awesome. That high five was awesome.
And also, you know, he tries to flirt here with look at him, lady. Pretty lady.
That shirt and tie and leather jacket combo can be born in the 90s.
I wear it daily. Yeah, so all of this was also obviously cut from the Hong Kong cut, their corporation, the Jennifer Simmons and Nick DiMarco here, you know, and again, shame. I really like her. I like the female talent in this movie a whole lot. So, but what you gonna do when apparently Robin Shue is deemed to be a better draw in Hong Kong, and maybe it was. I don't know. But going back to John Miller, finishing up a little bit more on him. You know, he changed sides obviously for Undefeatable, playing a cop, contrasted against Cynthia Rothrock's bad girl character, and contrasted against the over-the-top craziness of Kung Fu brother Don Niam. They actually, had the same grandmaster obviously. So, and Miller recalls fondly the Hong Kong stunt crew, you know, and quoting them as certifiably crazy. And learned a powerful lesson in terms of working on a low-budget movie. Also, you know, to be adaptable and get it right. You know, you don't have much prep time, just do it. And subsequently worked on the TV series Homicide, but career never took off either. And the East Coast-based family life he was working out of LA meant, you know, he was not able to be with them as much as he liked, you know, as being a father and a husband. So he's left LA by this point, and he continued to be a provider for his close ones, and he's actively training. He's the vice president of the United States Shaolin Kung Fu Federation, and acting is sort of out of the question and for the future, but he's also pursued a music career in the form of what I think was a band called the Country Doctor Band. So, you know, he's doing stuff as well, and having a good attitude about things, and seems, you know, quite natural, I think. It would be fun to see how he fared in Honor and Glory as a bad guy. So eventually I'll see that. I think it's on a German DVD as well, and probably available elsewhere to some extent.
Yeah, I think I've got that here. I have to give it a look up on Amazon or something. See how easy it is to get hold of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's again there's a lot of focus here on the Jennifer Simmons character, and you know, having all that removed in favor of Robin is a bit of a mystery. And I'm so glad that, you know, it's an example this of having alternatives, you know, thankfully, you know. And there's a serious kind of slip here. It seems anyway, a serious slip to send mail from the psychiatrist's office to the household. You know, and because the inherited danger of the situation, you know, they know that he's an extremely abusive husband. So it seems like a very serious bureaucracy slip to send the mail to the house. But what do I know? Maybe there's some logic. Obviously, the movie wouldn't progress without him finding out where the doctor is, you know. But how are you in terms of that? Can you let go of such, you know, if we, let's say, deem this a glaring error? How are you in terms of letting go of that stuff? What do you think, David?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a super serious film, so, you know, if there's a couple of little